certified nutritionist. Thanks for being with us, Nicole.
Thank you for having me.
We were talking before we got on camera about people with things that are wrong, have symptoms, and it's really easy to guess. It's easy for you to guess. Now, when you guess, you're probably going to be right most of the time, but you don't just guess, do you?
No, especially with somebody who has come to me and they have felt sick for a long time, or they have come to me and they just feel run down all the time. And they think, I feel like this all the time. They don't know what feeling good is like. So I do certain testing, especially for like if there's mold or that kind of stuff, we do certain testings for that. And no, none of this is cheap. But it's so worth it. And I brought an example today because I wanted to really hit home as to how important this is. I have a client who she's a vegan, and her doctor suggested, because she had such severe bloat and she was having a hard time eating raw vegetables. So he thought, which I'm glad he did this, but he fell short on the long side of this. So he got a GI map test done on her, and that's a stool test. That is one of my very favorite tests out there because it'll test for so many different markers: parasites, bacteria, H. pylori, which is a dirty little bugger. So he got this done. She for sure had the bacteria that SIBO is famous for. He stopped right there. He looked at the SIBO, gave her some antibiotics, and sent her on her way. She just so happened to tell me a couple weeks ago, hey, I don't know if this is relevant, but I had a GI map done a couple years ago. Can you take a look at it? Absolutely. Go back to the beginning of the story. She's a vegan. She eats a ton of vegetables, you guys. She has bacteria overgrowth from fermentation. She's feeding this bacteria twofold. And she can't when she comes home at night, she undoes her pants, puts on a pair of sweats, and feels awful, doesn't move because her stomach hurts so bad. We corrected this, and I know a lot of you aren't going to do this, but we put some other things into her diet. She feels like $1,000,000. It's been 2 years since she's been able to come home and leave her pants on.
Yeah, and it's like we were talking again before, and it's everyone is different. And you can be a healthy vegan, you can be a healthy non-vegan. I believe that, and I don't judge what people's choices are, but you have to figure out for yourself. And the thing that I said earlier that I try to encourage people, don't give up. No, give up on trying to eat less, but don't give up on finding out what's wrong. Find out what's wrong and don't give up until you find out what's wrong. So
yes,
you can guess and guess and guess forever and try different diets, but maybe there comes a point where you're going to have to start doing some tests and paying some money so you can really figure out what's wrong, right?
Absolutely. And you guys, if you think about this, and I went through this exact same thing because I was sick prior to getting this degree too. The thought of spending $400 on a poop test, I was like, no way. But really and truly, you guys, if it saves you years of misery, that's literally 6 months of eating out. Think about that. Dial that back down to where it's going to benefit you. This woman, she's doing all the right things. She's doing a healthy vegan diet. It wasn't right for her body. And she was trying to put a square peg in a round hole. Yeah. It didn't work.
Well, thank you, Nicole. That is great advice. And hopefully this helps some of you out there listening to this. Thanks for being with us, Nicole.